think the snacking thing is a real pain. My husband, I make his meals. He works from home 80% of the time. So I make his food and I'll put strawberries on his plate and he will give me his plate with the strawberries still on it. And I'll be like, why didn't you eat the strawberries? I don't like strawberries right now. I'm not really into it. Okay,
Or I don't like
you
them
eat?
today. I don't really want.
I don't like them today. So
Yeah.
what will
Yeah.
you eat?
Yeah.
Bananas. I love bananas. Give me bananas.
Yeah.
So I buy bananas. Well, now I have bananas sitting on my counter that need to be made into banana bread or thrown out because
they're so
I'm
ripe.
off bananas. I don't want bananas anymore.
I know. We go through the same
What
thing.
in the actual H am I supposed to do with that?
Welcome to Three Little Fishes. We're three sisters who grew up in the Midwest together, but have since spread across the country. I live in Los Angeles.
I'm in Nashville.
And I live in Philadelphia. We are all married with children, have all had careers, but now we stay at home with our families. Join us as we share secrets and stories about being women, wives, and mothers.
We welcome you to laugh along, learn something new, reach out, and join our conversation.
So let's jump in.
What's up, fishes?
What's up, fishes?
What's up?
Well, I want to tell you, I spent the weekend in Dallas, TCU at Fort Worth area with my son, Grayson. It was mom's weekend. And it was super fun. I'm so glad I went.
Mom's on the run.
Yeah. It was Fort Worth was overtaken by mobs. We even went to a bar. This lady felt sorry for me. We were waiting in line. She's like, "Oh, you're a mom. You need to come with me." She let us skip the line.
I was camping. I don't know. It's kind of nice, but also a little sad. You're so old. She's like, you can't wait in this line, honey. Come on.
I know. Or I look so bad. I'm not sure what it is, but she felt sorry for me.
You never look bad, Kath.
Because I had told Grayson, we're staying here for 10 more minutes max, and then we're out of here. And then she luckily just showed up. So I was happy. So thank you. But anyway, we had a great weekend, but I had to come back on Sunday. There was a terrible snowstorm here on the East Coast, as you all know. And I get very air sick. I mean, I don't.
We know. We 100% know.
We do not wish this on anyone. It's just
no,
the fact
we don't.
of life that I do. I hate
or
it.
we don't wish this. We also don't wish it with the people who sit next to you.
But our flight from Dallas back to Philadelphia was so turbulent.
Ugh.
The lady, so the plane actually dropped from the sky, and my butt lifted off the seat. And all these people started screaming, and I thought, oh my God, this is the end of me. I'm going to die. And then it was kind of calm.
Scary.
And then the stewardess came down the aisle, and she's starts handing out sickness bags to everyone. And I was like, okay, give me one of those because I may.
Give me one of those.
Yak in this guy's
Wait a minute. They were passing out bags.
They said,
you could
open
throw
your
up in the
air
bag?
vents, and we're passing out these air sickness bags to help you guys. I'm like,
Aye.
so anyway.
Well, that's bad. I've never experienced that.
I mean,
that's
as
terrible.
we got really close to Philadelphia, I mean, the plane was bouncing, but it wasn't as bad as the drop. I mean, I honestly was that
I'm gonna
freaked
die.
me out.
Yeah.
But I made it. I made it.
Good.
So
We're glad you did. That sounds harrowing.
Yeah, that's not great.
My weekend was not as exciting as that. It started with, as you all know, Hannah is a Girl Scout. And so we're on the last 2 weeks of selling cookies. And I take a bunch and we help her sell them. And if we aren't going to sell them, we can turn them back in so I don't get charged for them. So I said, she's like, Mom, I really want to go out one more time and see if we can unload these cookies. I mean, I don't know where she gets it. She's a salesman at heart.
that's
honestly.
awesome. That's
So I'm really proud of her. She worked really hard, going door to door, and she's so polite. She's got her little sales pitch down. And I will tell you, she got a lot of no's, a lot of just, okay, I'll take
Oh,
one box because I think they
Oh,
couldn't say no to her cute
how
little
can you
sales
say no
pitch.
to
I
Johanna? I
know.
mean,
That's
my
hard.
But I
Heartless.
don't know. I also don't know. But she actually ended up selling all her cookies, but it was very hard selling. And
Yeah.
my question to you guys is, do you think that the novelty of Girl Scout cookies have worn off? Have they become too expensive? Are we becoming too health conscious that people are like, no, I'm not buying cookies? Like, there seems to be a definite shift. What do you think it is?
I mean, they are expensive. They used to be $4 or $3.50 a box. Now they're $6. I mean, and there's not that many cookies in there. So it's like you're really buying them because they are good, but like you're buying them to support the Girl Scouts and
I would say, Nancy, for me personally, I did buy some from Johanna. I mean,
I know. Thank you.
I I would normally buy like a case of them, but I am trying to like have good things in
Case.
our house before I get thrown out of here by my son. So I limited what we bought because
Yeah.
of health.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
wouldn't be just like, because honestly, Thin Mints are like one of my favorite things to
I
eat.
know they are tasty.
Mine too. Like it's Brenna Riley's favorite too. I bought a case of them, and he like can go through a box at a time. Like I'm not
He
sure how
can
many of
do
us have
it.
had it.
We just
Yeah,
can't.
he
Totally.
exercises all the time.
All right, you guys. So I also did one more thing over the weekend besides sell Girl Scout cookies with Johanna. I went to I Mom So Hard, which is this comedy show by these two women, Kristen and Jen, and they talk about being moms and menopause, perimenopause now. And it was actually really fun. And I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Jess, who is always getting us girls together and finding shows for us to go to. And it's the year of yes. So I'm trying
Love it.
everything. I did not know of this comedy duo,
Oh, that
but
sounds fun.
it was just fun to be out with some friends, and they were funny to have some laughs over just, it's messy being a mom, being a wife,
Oh, yeah.
and all the things. So
Yeah.
we're
Well,
all
good
we're
job,
all in it together.
Jess. I mean, every group of friends needs the organizer. So
I know.
Good work,
I know.
Jess.
All right, you guys. On today's show, we're going to talk about what's the buzz, who's running this kitchen, and what's for dinner. But before we get to it, I want to please invite you all to rate, review, send us a message, and invite your favorite fishes to jump in and join the conversation. What's the buzz?
Well, last night I happened to be home by myself, and I watched part of an interview that Eric Dane they released it because he just passed away. And it was one of those circumstances where they do this like last interview and he does his last thoughts and then they don't air it until the person dies.
Oh.
And I didn't realize, I mean, he was in pretty bad shape. He was in a wheelchair. He was having a hard time talking. Of course, his arms and everything weren't working. I mean, it was just ALS is just a terrible disease. But at any rate, he kind of was very like open about, he said, I'm that person that needs structure in my life, and Grey's Anatomy gave that structure to me for so many years, and that really like helped me thrive. And then when that ended, I had about a year or so before I worked again, and I fell off the rails. Like I was drinking again and doing drugs, and I was just like a difficult person to live with. And then I got, the next job or whatever, and I had more structure, and I thought it was interesting to hear him reflect on his shortcomings and the things that did help him. And he tried to motivate his daughters by saying, you can do anything. You just have to really put your mind to it and know that you have the strength to get through it. So it was kind of sad. I mean, not kind of, it was very sad, but also like aspirational, like, reflect on your life, maybe do it before you have like a crippling disease. And
Well, Grey's Anatomy was really good. I enjoyed watching that show.
McSteamy was adorable in it too.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a scene
Patrick
in
Dempsey.
like this, one of my favorite scenes in this show, and they show it all the time, is like Derek is in the elevator. Then his like girlfriend comes on, then Meredith comes on, then his ex-wife comes on, and then Eric Dane McSteamy, the elevator opens and all these people are in the elevator and he starts laughing and then he whispers to Derek, like, I bet you wish you took the stairs. And it's just so funny.
Yeah. Their family's getting kind of raked over the coals though too, because one of his friends started a GoFundMe for his daughters after his death, and people are like, why does he need a GoFundMe fund? And I would just say, I don't totally know. I don't know anything about it, but like, who cares? Like, don't donate. I'm just going to say that again. Like,
yeah.
We don't have to be hateful.
You don't know his
like, we don't know anything.
Or you don't know how much he got paid or how much his medical expenses are.
Yeah. I mean,
people are so
I have no idea.
quick to judge other people. I just don't get it.
I know. It's terrible. Social media, it's like,
people.
Blah. All right, you guys, something affecting us too is we're going to go to Nashville to see Linda next week. Mm-hmm. And we're supposed to go see Barry Manilow for like his last song.
For the Manilow fans.
Man, Kathleen, I thought I like Barry Manilow, but nobody loves him more than you.
I know. I just love him.
I know. Even now you're gushing. I know. I'm there. I'm there with you in my boa and everything.
Well,
but
I'm upset. It's like a total bummer we're not seeing him.
Yeah, he canceled because he's recovering from lung surgery. He had a spot of lung cancer and he's not ready. He's not rehabbed enough to be able to do the shows. So he had to cancel. Mm-hmm. So I'm wishing him, or I guess we're all wishing him.
Yeah, it got postponed to August 1st, which is probably not going to work for us. So anyway, a speedy recovery, Mr. Manilow. We hope you're back on the road soon.
Yeah.
Very quickly too, I saw in the news, because we are still obsessed with Nancy Guthrie being missing.
I mean, this has been unbelievable.
Savannah looks like, I am just so heartbroken for this family. Yes. Please let this poor woman be found one way or another.
Yeah. And they just put out a reward of like up to $1 million and they're just desperate. They're like, we're trying to.
What is the deal with this case? Like, I thought it was like kind of a robbery gone wrong. And then, it was like, was there really ever a reward? Like, a message of wanting money? I mean, like, what is the upside of you kidnapping this lady?
We have no idea.
That's the thing. I don't think we don't know. If they know, they're not telling us, but like, it's this weird thing, but they're clearly, it's heartbreaking and desperate. What did they say? We're blowing, it's like blowing an amber of hope,
blowing on an amber of hope. Yeah.
Terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. Okay, Linda, you said that you went to go see Crime 101. What'd you think?
Yeah, I think it was kind of a throwback to old like cops and robber movies. There wasn't really special effects. There was like a car chase that was way too long for me. Halle Berry's jewelry and outfit, her costumes, like, yes, please. I like older movies. I kind of felt like we are past this, but like Halle Berry's character kind of annoyed me in that she's this woman who is trying to rise in the ranks, and she doesn't. She just felt very like 1950s housewifey, even though she's not married in this. And I was kind of annoyed by that like storyline. And then I also was like, okay, Chris Hemsworth plays this thief, but he's a thief with honor, kind of like the Thomas Crown Affair, which they do reference. And then there's this police officer that's supposed to be like catching him, but then he kind of like at the end isn't honorable. I don't know. I was just like, been there, done that. Am I going to watch it again? No.
Interesting. So I have like some rebuttal to that. So for the Halle Berry, I think this stuff happens all the time. And they kind of reference that these men who have a ton of money, who they're insuring these houses, kind of are taken by these younger these younger sales agents. And so she is outliving her prime if that's all they see, not her being really good at her job, but they saw her as a sex figure to get these older, wealthy men to pay top dollar to insure their house and belongings. I thought that still tracked. And then I kind of thought of it as like, you love to catch a thief, and I love to catch a thief, and we love who's the character? John Roby in that. And he was a thief, but he would say that he was stealing. He never hurt anybody. He only stole from people who could afford it. And he was only taking from the insurance people who are kind of thieves in themselves. So I kind of thought that Chris Hemsworth's character was like that a little bit. And as for the police officer, he's been following the rules and doing it right, but everybody around him, including the office he works for, break the rules. So I think he was kind of like, why try anymore? If nobody's going to follow the rules, why do I have to?
So
kind of throwing your
you
hands
really
up.
liked it. You really liked this movie. Like, this is something you would like put in your queue.
You know what? I like the fact that they're kind of pushing back. Like, Chris Hemsworth clearly was trying to make a life for himself that was started from nothing. Like, he was like born in the streets and had nothing and nobody looking for him.
Yeah. I mean, his motivation was clear. Yeah.
You know, he doesn't want to hurt anybody. Like, you know, I don't know. Do I like him more than I like the rich guy that he stole from? 1000%. Like, you know, so I don't know. I thought it was kind of a nod to the old, like, Cary Grant movies. And I like, and I rooted for them. I rooted for Robin Hood and not the king. So I don't know.
I mean, it kept my attention. I don't really want to see it again, but I mean, Chris Hemsworth is very pretty to look at. And Halle Berry, like I said, her costumes and her jewelry were amazing. But like,
Kathy, are we making you want to see it? Are you like, oh my God, you guys?
No, I actually would see it. I like the both of them.
All right, we'll have to see what you think.
Go to the movies, check it out.
All right, so you guys, Kathy had something happen in her house having to do with her pantry and her son, which got us thinking, who's running the kitchen? Let's jump in. Kathy,
well,
what happened?
Okay, you guys, I came home from golf the other day and I found Carson. He had a trash bag and he was going through our pantry and he was just throwing stuff out. And I was like, what are you doing? And I literally was like, your dad is going to be mad that you're throwing away like good food that we bought.
Yeah.
Because he's very frugal and like he doesn't like to waste food.
Kathy, I'm right there with Peter. I'm like thinking to myself, if Riley was like got a trash bag out and was throwing away all this food, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
You seem very calm.
Well, I mean, have you guys not done this? Have you not like had this like epiphany that you're like, okay, I got to get rid of all the cookies. I got to get rid of all the chips. Like, chips are a big thing at my house.
Like, we have some Oreos in there, which some people cannot resist. So Carson said, Mom, I cannot resist all this bad food. So I would rather not have it in the house than have it in the pantry because I'm going to go get it and eat it. He said, so the best thing for me is just to throw it out, get it out of the pantry so it's not there. And I said, well, okay, that makes sense to me. I thought you had more willpower than this, but obviously you don't, and that's okay. And I actually kind of now am embracing it sort of because I think it's made me rethink about like what's actually in there. You're right. Like we probably shouldn't have some of this stuff in here, like the Oreo.
But it is interesting that he didn't try to talk to you about it first. Like you have his whole life. You've been the one that's done the grocery shopping.
Yes.
You've tried to put stuff in there that you think he's going to like. They're always on the go, things that they can quickly grab. And it's interesting that he did not come to you first and say, Mom, I don't know if this pantry is working for me anymore.
No, he did not discuss it with me. It was just, I think he just realized himself, like, this is too much of a temptation.
Yeah.
I don't have that willpower to be like, no, I'm not going to grab that cookie because I want it. So he's like, it's just
I
best for me to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that as you're like kind of processing it, but I think the other part of me is like, I feel like our job, and maybe this is just me, but I feel like it's thankless that I am constantly trying to think about what everybody wants to eat, what everybody wants in the cupboards. Like I'm the one going to the store, I'm the one doing it.
It
And
is
I
a
think that
thankless job. I mean, it's like, don't
It's
eat the
annoying.
cookies. They're in there, but I'm not eating them. Like you have,
Yeah.
I think
I think, when I've thought about this because I'm like, is this my fault that we have all this stuff in the pantry? But I think some of it was, the kids, when they were younger, their metabolism is so high, like they can
Mm,
almost eat anything and it doesn't matter. But as we
right.
age, it does matter. And so, like for
Mm,
myself and like my husband, like having maybe these sweet treats in the pantry are not a good idea because it is such a temptation. Like, yeah, I'm going to
mm,
grab that instead of have a carrot or some or a protein
yeah.
bar
mm.
because it's just like easy carbs to just like have.
I mean, the pantry is a pain in the neck, honestly. Like, it's such an important part of the house. But I feel that Nancy too is like over the years, they want to grab and go easy things. And when they're
Yeah.
younger, it was like individual bags of this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
And then as they've gotten older and they've moved out, it has changed. But like, I think the snacking thing is a real pain. Like, my husband, like, I make his meals. He works from
Yeah.
home like 80% of the time. So I make his food and I'll put like strawberries on his plate and he will give me his plate with the strawberries still on it. And I'll be like, why didn't you eat the strawberries? I don't like strawberries right now. I'm not really into it. Okay,
Or I
what
don't
will
like them
you eat?
today. I don't really want
I don't like
to.
them today. So
Yeah.
what will you
Yeah.
eat?
Yeah.
Bananas. I love bananas. Give me bananas.
Yeah.
So I buy bananas. Well, now I have bananas sitting on my counter that need to
Yeah,
be made into banana
Yeah.
bread or thrown out because
they're
I'm
so
off
right.
bananas. I don't want
Yeah.
bananas anymore.
I know. We go through the
I
What
mean,
same
you
thing.
in
guys,
the actual H
I
am
mean,
I supposed to do with that?
and I
It's
think that
constant.
my feelings get hurt. Like I think like I was like thinking about particularly like the cleaning out of the pantry without any talking to me if that would have been Riley doing that. I honestly think my feelings would have been hurt and maybe I'm too sensitive, but like I try really hard to stock things with what you want and it feels like a slap in the face that, again, or I'm like working for you that I've done something very wrong and egregious that you're just not even going to talk to me about it. You're just going to throw it in a bag. The same when I'm like making them dinner or making them lunch, Linda, and they don't like it. Like, well, I'm not into this. Like, but, and then an hour later, I'm starving. I'm starving.
Well, it's
Why
funny.
aren't you feeding me?
It's funny you say that too, because when he was putting all that stuff in the bag, I was like, oh my gosh, please do not let your father come out at this moment because he's going to have a fit that you're throwing away all this food that we bought.
It's
Yeah,
expensive.
It is
That's the other
expensive.
thing.
But the thing
yeah.
is like, I do like the fact that Carson, my youngest, he's done some research and he's educated himself with like his wrestling team on like what you should be eating. These are good for you. What proteins you guys should be doing to help get you guys fit. And I appreciate this. And I said, okay, well, let's talk about this. Like, what is it that you want in the pantry that you would eat
Mm-hmm.
that you feel is healthy for you? And so that's what got me thinking, like, oh my gosh, well, maybe some of these snacks I have in here aren't satisfying his hunger needs and his protein
Mm-hmm.
needs. So then I was like, okay, well, let's talk about this. So
Mm-hmm.
I started buying some protein bars that he really liked that had a lot of protein in them. They had like 20 grams of protein, which he said was really great. And then I
Yeah,
started looking at some of the protein bars I had in my pantry that had like only like 4 or 5 grams of protein, which actually weren't
right.
probably doing anything. So I've learned something in this process that, you know, I thought maybe I knew best, but maybe I don't know best. And so I'm kind of evolving too. And I feel like it's a good thing in a way.
It sounds like you guys did have a good conversation, eventually about it. And I think that you are right in the sense of kids grow and their needs change, just like as we change from kids to adults, right? They're like on that cusp of turning the corner.
Yeah.
And so your needs change. And maybe it was a good conversation. I'd be like, well, next time maybe I'm where you are now and I get it. Let's just talk about it before you act. So so it sounds like you switched out some protein bars. What else did you switch out that you're finding helpful and that he can grab and go?
Well, he just threw out like a lot of sugary snacks that were in there, which probably he's right should go. He threw out a bunch of chips that we don't need. I think, the big thing is just trying to fill the pantry back up with things that are healthy, which is hard. Like you have to really think about what you're putting back in place because when you're hungry, like I get like angry. I mean, that hangry saying is real. Like nobody wants to be hungry. So
of course not.
You have to have a pantry that satisfies everybody. And I think it's tough, but I think the big thing too is like I really like nuts and trail mix and things like that, but then it's also high in calories, so you have to watch what you're eating. And so I had gotten like a scale, which I had bought like
You mean a kitchen scale?
Yeah. I never had one.
Yeah, I love my kitchen scale.
I use mine all the time for baking.
Well, I just had never had one. I just
Now I feel sheepish that I'm telling you that I have one for baking. As you're telling me, I have to be very careful and watch my calories.
Yeah, you have to well, I learned this from my older son because he kind of went through the same phase that my younger son's going through. He was like measuring everything he was eating. It was almost to like the extreme, I would say.
Yeah.
But I think there's a balance there. But you definitely eat more than you think you are. So I think sometimes measuring it is good.
I mean, for me, like I don't know if everybody remembers, but I lost power. And I ended up having to clean my refrigerator and my freezer out, which also
we remember.
Oh yeah.
We remember.
So then I was like so happy my refrigerator and my freezer looked so good. I was like, I'm going. And so I went into my pantry and I reorganized because, there's a lot of people in our family and I buy stuff and it doesn't always get put away the right way. So I reorganized. So to me, the pantry is like all the dry goods and canned goods, but then there's also a section where we have like grab and go snacks. And I, like you, Kathy, I have some granola bars or protein bars that I always keep. And I have like a basket of nuts that I always keep in there. And I have these like individually packaged, like baked Lays and stuff like that people can grab and go. But it is hard. I have really recognized as the kids leave and it's just Rich and I around the house, like when you want something to nibble on from the pantry, I mean, it's slim pickings. And then you get kind of tired of the same old, you know what I mean? So then I'm like, what am I going to, I do struggle with that. So I've been trying to figure out, I think, the high protein, high fiber, low fat sort of like magic ball is hard.
It's like such a job. It's such a job to try to figure it all out.
It is.
And to have the right stuff for you.
Linda told us about this article we all read that talks about like proteins, how important protein is, and like good healthy snacks. But the article like hit home on one thing. It was you have to have like 15 to 30 grams of protein and like at least 10 grams of fat per snack to make
which is a
feel,
lot of protein
to make your brain say I'm full. Or otherwise if it's less than that, you will still be hungry like an hour later. So this article gives a lot of good ideas about good snacks and ways that you
Yeah, we'll
can
put it in the show
buy
notes.
things for your pantry snacks, and then you can also make snacks from homemade, like Greek
Yeah.
yogurt and protein powder and like a shake or whatever. But it has a lot of really good information in there, so you guys can see it on the show notes. But that article really, I was like, wow, okay, this hit home. That hit home for me.
Yeah, it
Go
was
ahead,
a really
Linda.
good article. When you have littles at your house, they can really eat whatever they want. They need higher fat foods because their brains are still growing. So I know we all had like snack drawers with like, granola bars and, goldfish and whatever those Annie's things were. But as you get older and as we get into this time of life, we also recognize our bodies' needs do change. And so I think that like delicate balance of enough protein and enough fiber is a huge one too. But lower fat is just, it's a slippery slope. So, and
Yeah.
it's exhausting because you're I'm constantly like cutting vegetables and then my husband will I'll set out like the sweet peppers that I've cut up and washed and the carrots. And maybe I'll have a little bit of hummus or I'll make a little guacamole. And he'll be like, Lynn, I don't really like sweet peppers.
That is so
But they're
much
so
my
high in
husband.
fiber and vitamin C. It's like, what do you like? Well, can we
You
have
know
some
what?
broccoli? Okay, you want me to roast broccoli and leave it out, like for you to grab and go? Like,
Yeah.
what's happening here?
Oh, that's so funny.
I mean, that is true for me. Like for my household, if I cut things and have them out, they get eaten.
Yeah.
So I do try to do that often, to have like peppers and carrots and cucumbers and apples. And I try to have those out all the time. And I tell you what I'm doing recently that I'm trying to make all the time, and it takes no time at all, is to make power protein balls,
I
which
do
are
too.
minimal ingredients. They take like 10-15 minutes to make, and it's an easy grab for the kids to eat. And then I also have, what do I always have at home? And I also always have cottage cheese at home. I'm lucky that both my kids love cottage cheese. So those are 3 snacks that they can grab easily. Although
Yeah.
cottage cheese you have to eat at home. And edamame, I think, is
I
also a
love
good high
edamame.
protein and high
Me too.
fiber, which would be
Yeah.
an easy grab and go if you like just sectioned it off. But we're here with you guys. It is tricky,
Yeah.
and this is real.
Hard.
This is real stuff that we're
Yeah,
all
it's impossible.
battling
Like,
Ugh.
in a different way. And I say this all the time, Kathy, just to kind of bookend this. I think I'm a nice person, but then when I listen to Kathy talk, I'm like, I must not be that nice, because if my son had done that without talking to me first, like I get how he got there, but I would have like, I think, stripped a gear to be like, what the actual H are you doing? And why would you not talk to me about this first?
it's because I have gotten used to it from my other son, and I'm like, okay, yeah, we need to probably get rid of this crap that we're eating.
Yeah.
Like, and myself, I feel like I want to lose a few pounds myself, and I'm like, okay, maybe I need you to help me.
What I want to hear though is in a couple of weeks, like, what's your pantry look like? Because
Well, our pantry's
when you
looking
go
a
to
little
this,
skinny, I have to say, and my husband is like, is there anything in there?
Where's
we
the
have no food in the
protein?
house.
Where's the protein that is going to fill me up? Where is
We
it?
got the beef jerkies in there.
And I would love to hear from our listeners. Like,
Yeah,
do you
it's
guys have
hard.
any tips or tricks to help keep the protein in the pantry, and how do you do it? We're just trying, as you can see, we're just trying to figure it out here. And, some days are easier than others.
Yeah, I mean,
so let us know.
definitely. It's hard. Like,
It is hard.
watching what you eat, dieting, whatever, it is hard. And every day, you have to take it day by day, I think.
I don't like that word dieting. I feel like everything in moderation. Just try to
Watching
do
what
the
you're
best.
eating.
Dieting seems very limiting.
Well, I think what we're trying to talk about is like the evolution of just making sure you have enough healthy nutrients in your body so that you can live your best life. So for our listeners, I think the 3 takeaways are: 1, when you're snacking or eating a meal, try to get 15 to 30 grams of protein
Yeah.
at a sitting. You want to get, ladies of our age, we need 30 grams of fiber a
Ugh,
day.
so much.
So it's so much. So just really work on that. Zone your pantry, like items together, blah, blah, blah. A nice little snack drawer or like shelf or corner that has easy grab and go granola bars, protein bars, I don't know, beef jerky or whatever. And then the last thing is like, everybody just relax. Like, give yourself a break. Like, we're doing the best we can. And if
Do
somebody,
your best.
can't
Yeah.
find a snack, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to be
Drink some
fine.
water. Drink a
Yeah.
big glass of water.
They actually
That's what
do
Dad
say
used to.
if you're like super starving, drink a glass of water first, and then
Yeah.
you won't be as hungry. I'm serious.
I know you're being serious.
I like it.
I don't know why I think it's so funny. I think it's Dad ringing in my ear because he used to be like, "Drink some water. Drink some
Yeah.
water."
Right.
I'm like,
I mean, seriously.
okay.
Come on, people.
Yeah, that water is super good.
Put a lemon in it. That's gonna really
Yes,
satisfy you.
So good. Lemon or ginger in your water. I'm
Yeah.
all about it.
Okay, we're gonna move on. What's for dinner?
Okay, what is it?
I am really down the rabbit hole of the sourdough starter and the sourdough everything.
I actually
So
am loving this for you. We've been talking about it so much. I'm so happy to hear that it's working out.
I don't know if I'm a little becoming OCD or whatever, but I'm like really down the rabbit hole. Like, yeah. So I actually also used the discard to make homemade granola the other day.
Yeah.
And I would never have thought that those two things would pair together. And what I learned is that it makes the granola really crunchy. It's actually really good. So you can use discard to make homemade granola for your yogurt or whatever, and it's not hard at all.
Okay. Let's put that in the show notes because that's cool. I'm going to try that. I've never done it. I've done a lot of discard recipes like waffles, pancakes, quick breads.
Yeah. It's actually really good. But what I did, I make pizza usually on Friday nights because I don't know if you guys have picked this up for me, but I'm more frugal than my sisters, and I refuse to pay $60 to have somebody deliver pizza for us. Like,
hey, listen, I'm actually on this page with you. Like when I lived in Chicago, you could spend $60 and get really good pizza. In Nashville, you can't. So I'm the same. Like we make homemade pizza because it's so much better than what you can buy, and it annoys me.
Yeah. So
I'm with you.
I thought that I used to make really good pizza dough already, but I'm like, I found this recipe to use the discard or to make, not discard, but to make the sourdough starter, like you can make sourdough pizza crust. But I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. But you have to the only trick is it's not hard to do. You just have to plan for it. So it's like you have to do it the night before. And then it basically sits in the refrigerator until half an hour until you're ready to use it. Yeah. And I will tell you guys, I'm not even joking, that everybody in my family was like, oh my goodness, this is it. This is the recipe. Okay. It was so delicious. It was so good. And I think I'm hooked now that this is what I'm going to do now for pizza for pizza night. So I'm going to post this recipe in our notes. Like I said, the only thing, it's not hard to make. It just has to sit in the refrigerator for
you got to plan
overnight.
I think that's the thing with sourdough in general is like you do have to sort of do a little math and plan it out. Yeah. So you can get your loaf ready for when you want to eat it. Before we go, Kathy, how is your sourdough going? How's your journey?
Sadly, my journey came to an edge because I thought I was going to make some sourdough last week. I've been like, my thing's been perky. It's been bubbling. I'm like, okay, we're ready. And then I got busy working on something else, and I read something like put it in a nice warm like oven. So I put it in the oven on warm because it hadn't risen. And I was like, I got to make this stuff this afternoon. It needs to rise. So I was trying to help it along. I put it in the oven, and then later I look at it. I'm like, it almost is like baked. And I was like,
oh no,
like totally destroyed my little starter. And I was,
I mean,
This has been
Did you
going
start
on.
a new starter?
I'm just upset because I've been like freaking dealing with the starter stuff for like months, feeding it.
Yeah.
I mean, I brought you starter
Well,
when
that
I
starter,
came to graduation.
got like
That got moldy.
moldy. That one got
I
moldy.
remember.
But this starter was fine. It was like completely fine. But I think what I realized was maybe mine was a little too watery, and that's why it wasn't rising enough. So
Mhm.
I ended up buying, like I told you earlier, a scale to help me
Yeah.
measure more accurately. But I was like
All
literally pissed because I was like, I just feel like I spent a lot of time and energy on this starter, and it just,
Yeah.
I had to throw it,
I
the
mean-
whole thing away. And my husband was giving me crap
maybe-
about it. I was like, whatever.
I'm
Why
actually
is he-
surprised you're having a hard time because you're so
I normally am like good at
precise.
baking. Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
It-
you're such a precise person
It's
that
really
I just
ticked
am
me
shocked
off,
you're having.
honestly.
But I will say I'm kind of experiencing this a little bit right now too, is I typically leave my sourdough starter in the refrigerator because I only have 2 of us at home right now and I'm not baking every day. But it's so cold here that it's fine on the counter and it's sort of almost acting like
Oh,
it's in the refrigerator because my house is like, under 70 degrees right now. And I think starter really likes it to be 70 or 75 degrees. So you
Yeah.
just have to be a little bit more patient with the
well, I've about
starter
had
right
it.
now.
I'm going to start again next week, but I had to give
I mean, you
myself
can
a
do
couple
it.
of days of not dealing with the flour and all that business.
I was just gonna say you could just like let it go, like you have other stuff to do, but I don't think you will because you're kind of
No,
tenacious.
I'm not going to
so
let
I
this
feel like
sourdough beat me.
It's not going to beat you. You've got this.
No.
Oh.
You can do it.
We want to thank you for listening to our podcast and letting us sisters jump into your day. Please continue to follow us at threelittlefishes.com/show notes and make sure you sign up for our exclusive content and recipes. Also, follow us at 3LFPod on social media to be part of our daily conversation. Have a wonderful weekend. Fishes out.